Welcome. Today we're going to discuss the technique Prance of the Tiger, its execution, some of the things that can go wrong during its execution, how to fix those issues, and just general things you should know about the technique. So let's start out with where this came from. So this was originally put into form 4, and then eventually it was extracted out, stuff was added to it, and that became the ideal phase of the technique. Keep in mind, we always talk about how we have a short, middle, and long version of the techniques. That would be the long version. We're going to stick to the middle version of the technique, which is the one presented in form 4. For the sake of this video. Now keep in mind, again, there is a short version where you would just do the beginning, hit the guy, and leave, but we're not going to spend too much time on that. I just showed you how to do that. So let's start out with the attack. So the attack is off the flank. We have techniques where we do this on the top. So we have a kneel of compulsion or backbreaker, where we're dealing with the punch on the high. Now we're going to be dealing with a punch from the low. This is a right uppercut from your flank. So just like we do checking the storm and circling the horizon, the idea is to move off the line of attack and hit my opponent. So checking the storm does it with the foot, circling the horizon does it with the hand. One goes to the inside, one goes to the outside. Now we're going to go to the inside, where we're going to use vertical instead of horizontal strikes, and using the hand so that I can deliver the strike. So now let's talk about what can actually go wrong with the strike. So the first thing that can go wrong is that we hit with the back of the hand, which has a lot of little bones, instead of hitting with our knuckles. So you want to make sure you turn the hand so that you can hit with your knuckles, just like if you were doing a punch. I want to think punch vertically. So let's talk about how that actually works. As he comes in with the punch, I want to get off the line of attack, and as I settle and deliver the strike, I'm using gravitational opposition. So let's talk about that, because I hear a lot of people talk about gravitational marriage. You can't marry gravity, and then reverse gravitational marriage. You can't reverse gravity, and that's a big argument that people say. So we call it gravitational opposition because we're opposing gravity. And then the way it works, if you follow Newton's laws, for every action there's an opposite or equal reaction. So as I settle my weight down, the same energy is being lifted up. So remember, backup mass is done through alignments. Gravitational marriage is basically backup mass done vertically. So gravitational opposition is the same thing. We're lining everything up so that the energy in our body can be delivered up. So think of it like a trampoline. So as I settle, that's when I'm hitting, trying to time it so that the same energy that I'm pushing down is going up with the strike, and that's what aids the strike. So now let's talk about it from this angle. Next thing you want to talk about is fixed spatial cocking. So as I start moving myself off the line of attack, I want to keep my hand in place so that it can contour his body and use the zone of obscurity so he doesn't see this coming. He's thinking he's going to hit me, but instead he walks into my punch. So don't stick with your hand, and now I have to start a circle, and it takes longer to get to where I want to go. So remember, as he comes in, the idea is I'm going to come right through his face. Now obviously I'm moving my strike in front of his face because I'm looking at you guys and I don't want to accidentally hit him, but this would be directly under, and I'm hitting under the chin, again with the knuckles. Make sure you turn the hand. So from here, let's turn back to the side, and we'll talk about the next thing that can go wrong. So as I move here and I hit, we start delivering the strikes, and then we deliver these 2 sequences as chicken kicks, where I go 1, 2, and if you notice, my last kick was done in the air, which means I don't have a base, and it's harder for me to gauge if I was to move him back with the first maneuver of where I want to hit him. So you want to think of this as individual maneuvers where I'm hitting, planting, and then hitting with the following ones. Except we're doing them like a switch. Remember, this was originally done in 4, so this matches what we're doing in Bowing to Buddha, where we do the hop switch. But now we're doing it here, where we do the hop switch. So as he comes in with the uppercut, again, I get off the line of attack and I hit him, and I do my 3 strikes. So this instep kick, think of it like an inverted side kick. We're hitting with the inside of the foot instead of the outside. This 4-finger poke could also be turned into a heel pump if you're worried about where you're going to hit with the fingers. And then let's talk about what's happening with the right hand. The right hand is a minor. I'm crossing the center line so I can hit him. But we have a general rule that says don't cross the center line without taking advantage of it. So I want to take advantage of it. I want to just strike his arm. It's not a major. I'm not trying to break anything. So it's just continue the motion and then reverse the circle as I, again, settle to deliver my side kick and my back fist. So let's do a quick walkthrough one more time. Remember, gravitational opposition. Get off the line of attack. Keep my hand checking from point of origin. Fixed spatial cocking. Turn the hand so I hit with the knuckles. Continue that as I deliver the strikes, settle as I hit with the other ones, and then cover out if you choose, or if you choose to do the long version, continuing to the long version. Let's do it one more time from this angle without the explanation. Up. We hope this video helps you. Thank you very much.